Hey guys, MVSC1 again, and this is going to be me versus Michael again, except this time I'm going to use the Toad Giratina deck that won the, I think it was Warzenberg Arena Cup or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that, but you probably know of it. It was a big tournament in Germany, and this Giratina Toad deck is the one that won the whole thing. So, yeah, Michael's going to be on the left using Metal Quaza with several other Metal Pokemon. It's not just dedicated to Power Amp Rayquazas. He does have, I think, Dialga, Aegislash, Heatran, and things like that. So Giratina will not just roll the entire deck because he has those other attackers, or at least in theory. So we're going to see how the matchup actually plays out because I think it's kind of debatable how this matchup could have gone. And you can't really just theory your way through it, I think. So I felt like it was a good matchup to show, and it was actually a matchup that one of my viewers commented on a video and said I should do. So I thought I would do it for you guys. And Michael, starting off here, pretty good start. He starts with a Bronzor and then benches Dialga and puts a double colorless on it. So if he can pull off a Chrono Wind that can stunt my Quaking Punches with Toad, oh, excuse me, he's going to end me. I think at some point I'll put my hand back. There you go. I should note that there are a couple proxies in this deck on the right. I think you just saw that dowsing machine. That's actually supposed to be a computer search. I don't have enough computer searches to put in all my decks, so yeah, I have dowsing for now. And if you can't tell, the glare is kind of annoying, but there's a Seismitoad in the active position and a Bronzor on his side in the active position. So, and then aside from the dowsing machine proxy, I also have a proxy head ringer, and it's just a jamming net instead, but it's supposed to be a head ringer. Michael is setting up into no. Well, he doesn't really need much, but he just hit a bunch of supporters and a diverse seeker, so not much you can work with here. I'm just going to draw my N. I probably should have eaten something before I recorded this video. Pretty hungry. The nice thing about this list on the right here is that it has so many ways to draw cards so that you can get that turn 1 Quaking Punch. 3 Shaman is like crazy, and it runs 4 Sycamore and little other like draw supporters. So yeah, you're gonna get turn 1 Quaking Punch pretty freaking frequently with this deck, unless you want to go straight up with Giratina, which will, I guess, be the case if you go first and start with it or something like that. But yep, just gonna get a Hoopa here. Hoopa will get me multiple Shaman if I want, and then the Keldeo and Giratina. I think I just go with one of each, just one Keldeo, one Shaman, one Giratina. This is really nice. Hoopa is amazing in this deck because you don't have any real requirements for like things that you need to put on your bench. So what I mean by that is like you don't have to have a bunch of support Pokemon on your bench to like power up your attackers like you would with Metal. Like you need Bronzong to support your Metal Quaza or your Rayquaza, and things like that. But this deck really just relies on like the items and then Quaking Punching and Giratina. So you can fill your bench with a lot of things that aren't your attackers, since you only need like one or two attackers on the bench. So I've already got 4 Pokemon on the bench turn 1. That's pretty nice. I'd like to include, I can't remember if this list actually has 1 Chorus, but I'd like to have 2 in it, personally. I think it's kind of weird that it only has like 5 or 6 excuse me, draw support supporters. Seems really low to me. But it kind of worked for me, actually. When I was testing it, I was surprised by how little I was actually dead drawing with it. I thought I was going to dead draw a lot more. And I've got the double dragon in my hand here. That's going to be really not very nice. Yeah, I can't really use it. And I get tails on the super screw up too. I could zero sick. No, I could zero sick off the double colorless on the that bench Dialga, but I think that's probably a pretty bad play, seeing as I don't have any double colorless yet. So I'm just gonna Sycamore away, hoping to hit a double colorless here. Maybe like a super scoop up to set up again, but it looks like I don't have it. Maybe. No, I've got the computer search. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get the double colors here. Just start locking Michael as soon as possible. I'm also gonna take a knockout on the Bronzor. So this is a very, very favorable start for me. Seeing as I got the head ringer down on the Dialga, Michael will have no Bronzor to evolve the Bronzong on his next turn, which is really gonna hurt him. Plus, he's gonna be item locked. Yeah, definitely in my favor at the moment. But things can always change depending on what he draws. He's really going to struggle without a Keldeo Floatstone as well. That's going to... Oh, excuse me. It's going to hurt him quite a bit. Man, I'm tired. Anyway, yeah, so I was just deciding on the computer search here showing Michael 3 of my DCs were clumped next to each other. And I'm going to do something that Graham Westby hates. I'm going to declump my deck. If you're watching this, Graham, I apologize. Not really. I don't really feel too bad about it, actually. I don't think it's a big deal. But I am still going to get the DC, and I think I saw that there was one prize, so working without one DC. And I also have one double dragon discarded, so I'm actually down to only 5 energy, which is kind of crazy to think that I was already discarded by my first turn. But I'm going to try for a hammer here. And that is a tails on that dice, not the heads like it normally would be. And then I have my opponent has Skyfill in place, so I'm actually going to take advantage of that. Put down another Shaman here. Another tails on that crushing hammer. I think I flipped something like 4 tails and crushing hammers this game. It's kind of ridiculous, actually, how many tails I get. Now, I didn't remember to put the dices out on top of my prizes at this point, but I do have 5. Okay, I guess I did remember. Michael telling me to put it at 5 instead of 6, because obviously I just took a prize. So Michael's probably just going to start hitting me with that Rayquaza. Not the Mega, because he doesn't have the Mega, and he's going to need Spirit Link to evolve it this turn. On top of that, he would need 2 energy attachments, which is impossible. But yeah, I think he's just going to start hitting me for 60. Can build up some good early game damage with this Rayquaza. That attack is actually really, really good. Just 60 for 1 colorless energy. I feel like that would be really broken, like in previous formats. I remember the old Big Basics deck with Landers, Mewtwo, and Tornadus would have been like really good with Rayquaza here, because yeah, that would have been amazing, actually. I could even see that like revamped and brought back using not even the Mega Quaza, just the regular one. Oh, and also I should note that Eevee in Michael's hand is supposed to be a Shaman. It's a proxy. Sorry I do this. I just don't have enough cards to not proxy. So you have to do that sometimes. And the Bronzor should all be the 3 retreat one. I don't have actually any of the 3 retreat one yet, besides the one you're looking at right now. I ordered some in the mail though, so they should be coming next week or so, if I do decide to use this deck for regionals. And I should also note that instead of actually on my website, completely unrelated topic, but on my website I'm actually just going to have all my content for free at first until I can work out all the kinks and get a weekly routine started. So you guys are going to get like my deck list, and you will get my personal Trevenant Excalibur deck list. I know if you've seen the Trevidor list, I said that it's not my personal list, but I will actually give you guys my personal list, which is kind of, I mean, that's pretty generous, actually. You guys, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn here, but like you're getting good lists. I'm gonna give you guys like stuff I'm actually testing with right now for free. So little video skip, just because I needed to, start recording again, because I have to stop every 10 minutes, as you probably know if you've seen any of my other videos. Looks pretty favorable for me at the moment, actually. Oh, and I got a pop filter. I don't know if you guys can really notice the quality change, but noises that my mouth makes that I don't want them to, you can't hear as much with this pop filter on, so you probably, noises like that are probably harder to hear and not as awful. So, yeah, I'm looking pretty darn favored in this at this point, actually. Michael, he doesn't have a great setup. He doesn't even have any Bronzong out. I'm probably going to two-shot this Quaza just with my Seismitoad. I might not even, sorry for that. I might not even have to use Giratina this game. I'm probably just going to use it as a regular attacker, not even to counter a Mega, because it actually is pretty good for that. I mean, just stopping my opponent from playing any tools and special energy and stadiums is like an amazing attack. I'm also going to discard all my Ultra Balls right here. Kind of funny how that happens. I also dropped a card on the ground, so just wait for the old Danny to get it. Alright, I got it! Michael ruffling through his hand upside down, creating a black void in space above his fingertips. It's really magnificent. Just looking at that Spirit Link and that Floatstone, thinking why I did Seismitoad after. extremely annoying. But I love it. Yeah, really long turn here. Okay, so Michael is going to flip tails. That is going to be huge. Cannot keep the damage going. Maybe not huge, but it's going to be a problem. And my side looking very blingy. I got my full art toads and my shaman. And I pulled all of those. I think I even pulled the toads actually. Yeah. 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 Michael gonna sycamore away his hand full of just a ton of items. Yep, can't play him. I actually think he totally should have chorused here. I think I'm telling him this right now, but he was thinking statistically like it's better to just sycamore because then those cards, they're pretty much dead against me, he was thinking, so you might as well just get rid of them. But I was saying to him that, you know, after I stop Quaking Punching, you can use those cards again, and you actually would have chorused for 10, which is 3 cards better than 7, so statistically it actually is better to chorus there. In the short term for that turn, but in the long term it might create worse draws throughout the game because he's got more dead cards. But at the same time, you can just use those cards if I stop Quaking Punching. So I would have liked to see him chorus actually. I guess the Floatstone and the Spirit Link you actually wouldn't be able to use because even when I stop attacking with Seismitoad, I'll probably use Giratina. So it is actually debatable which route was better, but you did have to discard the computer search, which is really unfortunate. So actually a pretty tough decision there. Not sure if the chorus or the sycamore was a better play. Kind of hard. In my opinion, I'm actually leaning towards thinking sycamore was a better play, just because those two, excuse me, those two tools in his hand were just dead from that point on. So maybe Sycamore actually was the better play here. I scrutinized him at the time for that play, but I think he might have actually been better off doing what he did. Enough about that single play. I'm going to just chorus here. I really need to hit a Verbank, and if I do, I can knock out this active Rayquaza, because I'll do 80 more damage with the poison and the muscle band and things like that. That'll put me down to 3 prizes if I do pull that off, and then I have just 2 more Lysanders for game. It's kind of crazy how that happens, but yeah, all I would really need to do would be to get a double dragon, and I can put that on my Giratina, and then I can Lysander up the Shaman, and then next I can Lysander up a Bronzor or a Bronzong and take my last knockout that way. So unless Michael can really slow down my Giratina or do something to kind of shut me down or start doing more damage, it's going to be really hard for him to come back at this point. I got the Verbank, so that's very nice. I'm going to be able to actually knock out this Rayquaza here, getting 11 cards off this course. Huge 11. Oh, but first I'm going to play some Crushing Hammers to see what I get on this. I think I get Tails. And, yep, Tails. Flip it off the board 3 times and then get Tails. Nice. Yeah, so I think that's like 3 in a row. I'm like 90% sure I actually flip 4 Tails on Crushing Hammers this game. And wow, no double dragon, so I'm actually just going to attach to the Toad. I don't even know why I think about not playing that Verbank for a second. There's like no reason. Oh, actually, excuse me. God, I'm too tired for this, guys. I'm sorry. I think the only real reason was because I was thinking about playing another Shaman in my hand, and I wanted to do that before I got rid of the Counter Stadium. Or got rid of the Skyfield. That's what I meant to say. Alright, so Michael mulling over his options. He doesn't really have much going at all. And this is just kind of showing how brutal Seismitoad can be to these decks that need a lot of setup. If they don't really do a lot turn 1, you kind of just take the lead and get the advantage for the whole game, it seems like. This is just the first game, by the way. There's going to be 1 or 2 other games. It is a best of 3, so if I were to win the second game, then that would be the whole thing. And if I don't, then we'll have 2 more videos. And I don't want to spoil how many more videos come out, because if I did, you would know that I won the next game. If I did. I might have just ruined it. I don't know. Michael ending me out of the biggest hand in the world. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. It says on the 22nd, Michael ended him out of the biggest hand in the world. And it's in the, yeah, it's in that Guinness Book of World Records if you want to check it out. That's also completely not true. I made that up on the spot. completely fabricating everything I'm saying right now. My cat is turning black, is dark purple at the moment, but it's turning black because of the moon's rays. It's amazing how the moon works, actually. The moon has rays that project onto us and change our color if we are outside and in the Why do you guys watch this? Why do you guys watch this trash? I don't. I just talk about moon rays and my cats. Like, this is garbage. All right. Anyway, back on topic. I'm too goofy for this. My camera. Little technical difficulty here. Uh, Camera. Oh, this happens a couple times too. I forgot to edit this out. I'm very sorry. This is not gonna happen in my premium videos. I can guarantee you that much. Michael retreating here to his Rayquaza. He's probably just going to hit me for another 60. I think I still have a head ringer or two left in my deck, so I think I can actually just, like, stop that Quaza from doing much as well. Yeah, 60. I'm still messing with my camera. I'm very sorry. There we go. Alright, we got the thumbs up. We're good. I still think it collapses again, though. I can't remember entirely, but I think it does. Maybe we're good. Okay, maybe we're good. We're good. Oh, yeah, he got rid of that Shaman, so that's going to make it a little more difficult for me to win here. I am going to have to take a knockout on an EX with more than 110 HP now if I want to win. So that might have been... I think that was my fault, actually. I think I countered a Stadium and he discarded because of that. But I'm pretty sure I had to do that. Wait, I don't even remember how that happened. Whatever. Yeah, so I recorded my intro to my website today, actually, too. Spent like forever, like 45 minutes recording like a 5-minute video, just trying to tell you guys everything that's going to be in the website. So I do have that intro video, and that will be on like the homepage of my website, so you guys can like get an idea for everything that's on there and what I'm working on, what's going to happen in the future. I really should have eaten before this. I'm super duper. Oh, okay. So I think about flare grinding, and then I just decide not to because I realize you can just Metal Links it back. You actually are horrible play. Yeah, so the website is getting there. I still, honestly, editing the website itself, I haven't done much with. I've just kind of started making content that's going to be on the website once it launches. But I think it's honestly pretty easy to like get things sorted out once I launch it. I don't think it's going to be too much work to, get the website actually set up. I just need to make the content that's going to be on the site once I launch it. So I'm working on that. I'm still really busy. Like, I go to school for about 10 hours on Monday and Wednesday, and I also write for other sites, so that takes up my time, as well as doing the testing so that I can make these videos. And I also have a social life, believe it or not. So all of those things add up to like me having very little time for this kind of thing. But I'm sure I will have more time to like make the website better once it's up and running, because nice. Wow. Got the scoop up here. That's huge. Just because like I'm totally going to be willing to dedicate more time to it, and I'll get more efficient with what I'm doing once it's up and running, things like that. But yeah, I said 2 weeks. I initially said 1 week, and that means I would have had the website out last week. But yeah, everything is taking longer than I expected. I do have a head ringer in my hand. That's pretty cool. So yep, I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's pretty clear who's gonna win this game at this point. I don't think Michael can really do much at all. I even decided not to use Giratina because I don't really see a point in it. I think what I'm gonna do here is just hit him for 50, and then quite nicely, Giratina is gonna do 120 with the muscle band. So next turn I can hit it for the rest of the damage needed to knock it out. And Michael is gonna put down his Shaman that looks like an Eevee, but it's just in disguise. Don't be fooled, it's just in disguise. That's actually going to make it a little bit easier for me to win. Maybe, actually, it doesn't really matter. Because either way I can just knock out this Rayquaza active or hit the Shaman. It doesn't make too much of a difference, actually, now that I think about it. Let me just get situated here. So I'm thinking, like way too much about this big hand. I should honestly just like attack and then just attack again next turn and win. So I'm gonna rush and retreat, hit him with a Giratina. A little Giratina action here. I don't know why we're still playing this game. Honestly, if I was Michael, I would have scooped a long time ago. Maybe not a long time ago, but like 2 minutes or so. But yeah, honestly, if you just want to stop watching now, I get it. Doesn't make too much of a difference what he does. But look at that. Look at that Hoopa EX. Isn't that thing beautiful? So beautiful. I even have a gold. What the heck is that? Oh, Registeel. I have a gold Dialga EX, and Michael just chose not to use it for some reason. Wait, what? Oh, I put it back into the discard. I thought I just put a Shaman in Michael's hand for a second, and I was like, holy cannoli. Michael get a Verse Seeker for 2 Chorus. The plays are real. But the best play would be to scoop, because there's no way you're going to win this game. Buddy. Buddy. Maybe he doesn't know that he can scoop. Maybe he just thinks that, like, especially because he didn't end me. Like, look at that hand. There's no way I don't have it. There's no way I don't have Lysander. But yeah, maybe he just doesn't realize that, like, it's okay to scoop in my YouTube videos. But either way, enough about how Michael should scoop. Let's just see what he does with his last couple minutes in this game. You should cherish every minute of every game. No, maybe you shouldn't actually. I don't know why I'm saying that. He's just trying to decide where to attach with his middle energy here. Kind of just realizing that nothing he does matters. Nothing else matters. I don't know why you would even power up a Heatran at this point. That's just giving me an easier way to knock out one of your... Actually, what he really should have done was try to power up a Registeel earlier. Did he? Oh, I think I just said that to him. And I think he actually couldn't have. I think the problem was that, like... Yeah, and so I'm just going to take this game. Alright, that's it for this game. Stay tuned for the next game. Bye!